Hello everyone, I was just uploading this video and I got an alert on my phone that another YouTuber posted a video on the same content, so I wanted to re-record mine so that I included his video in there in case you haven't seen it. I had a chance to watch it right before I'm doing this again, and it's really good, so I recommend you watch it. The video is from a YouTuber called AJ Elicits, and it's about the Islamic Party of Canada. So anyways, I'll go through my content, but I highly recommend you check out what he just posted as well, and I will link it. But here goes, guys. So yes, there is an Islamic Party in Ontario. Ontario is the province that I'm in. So when I saw this, and I saw this because of other YouTubers, because I'm not on Twitter. I'm not going to waste my time on there. I would get banned in about 3 seconds, so I'm not even going to worry about that one. But there's some other YouTubers that have made awesome videos, and apparently it's going all over Twitter, and that's how they're knowing about it. So here goes. There's a couple come to mind is Canada Polly, and he's talking about how Maxime Bernier is the only politician, geez, I sound French on that one, politician actually calling out, the Islamic Party of Ontario as a problem. And no other politician is doing that. And he, Canada Polly, he says that he's absolutely right. That's a fair assessment of the whole situation. Now, of course, the whistleblower on this whole one for me was one godless woman who I cannot say enough good things about her. If you don't know her channel, please go to it right now and subscribe to her. But she actually took the entire party platform and dissected it for you, so you'll know exactly what's in there. And might I add, she is an ex-Muslim, so she really knows what she's talking about when it comes to Islam. And I caught another video today from Frank Vaughn, who did a really good one. Again, all of this is going to be linked in the description, and I'm going to try to post links in the videos at the end of this. I don't know if I can, but anyways, recommend that you watch it. Please do. There's a lot of really good content creators out there who are trying to sound the alarm bell and trying to warn us Canadians of what is happening. So, okay, here goes. This is my paper where I took my scribbled chicken writing notes. What is that? Is that the expression in English? Chicken something. Oh, I don't know, guys. I don't know any language, to be honest. But anyways, here goes. So Islamic Party of Ontario, in my opinion, it cannot be... Oh, chicken scratch. Jeez, that's what it is. Chicken scratch notes. Okay, I got it. See, I can speak English. Okay, not to be underestimated. The Ontario Islamic Party cannot be underestimated. Right now, it kind of looks a bit like a joke because the writing on the website is really bad. It does sound like it wasn't written by somebody who speaks English like me, who does know expressions. And one godless woman did point out that fact. So we cannot underestimate it, but I think it is the groundwork for future migrants. So one thing that I've noticed that is really interesting, and you can tell me if you agree, but the Islamic Party of Ontario, we didn't hear anything about that until the Global Migration Pact was signed. To me, that is very telling. There's no way, there absolutely is no way that is a coincidence. I mean, for God's sake, this is not a coincidence. They waited for that pact to be signed and then come out with a party, and all of a sudden it's like, that's the party that's gonna... Okay, let me explain this to you. Under Islam, there is a huge thing that says a Muslim's duty, if he cannot participate in jihad, is to migrate to another place and make that place more Islamicized. So as long as a Muslim does that, he is guaranteed to have a place in heaven. This is part of the Islamic doctrine. So you have the Global Migration Pact signed on one hand, and now in Ontario we have the Ontario Islamic Party. So that means this is the party that is going to catch all of these migrants coming into Canada under the Global Migration Pact, and they're gonna this party here is going to catch all of them, and they'll have somewhere soft to land. So upon entry into our country, now they have somewhere they can go in order to vote and to make that happen in Canada, to bring Sharia to Canada, as is mandated as the duty of every Muslim is to try to make everybody into a Muslim. That is part of the Islamic doctrine. You don't believe me? Read the Quran, talk to your imams, engage your sheikhs, talk to your Muslim friends, they will all confirm that. That is what the duty of a Muslim is to Islamicize the rest of the world. So, one thing I wanted to bring here today is it's funny that the timing on this is so coincidental. But on top of that, the Canadian media has been hiding all of the times that Muslims have committed crimes in Canada. So if there's a Muslim committing a crime, the media and the narrative will say, well, we don't know, we don't want to jump to conclusions. And then after the initial story breaks out, you will never hear from it again. So examples of that are the Danforth shooting, the Mississauga bombings, right? Those are two examples that I can pull out just from the top of my head. But if you were to look into it and dive into it, you would probably find even more examples of that. Covered up narratives that don't suit what the Liberal government wants to put out there. So they just drop it when they just can't explain it anymore. So anyways, those are things that are very, very alarming to me. The fact that the media is working to suppress this, and the fact that there is an Islamic Party of Ontario right after we signed the Migration Compact. So let's put this into the grander context of what happened a few years ago, just after 9/11. So there was a Holy Land Foundation trial where the FBI in the U.S. stumbled across all of these documents. I think they were spying on them for a while, but they found this memorandum from the Muslim Brotherhood, and I'm actually going to read that to you. Let me just get into my iPad here. So this was in the Holy Land Foundation trial, so U.S. versus that Holy Land. So it was a supposed, not-for-profit organization that was helping out the needy, and it was called the Holy Land Foundation. But it turns out to be a front for the Muslim Brotherhood. And part of that whole trial, what came out is that there are multiple other associations, Muslim associations, that were actually behaving as the front men for the Muslim Brotherhood, but under different names. So very alarming. But the number one piece of evidence, the Exhibit A of that whole trial, was the Muslim Brotherhood memorandum. And I'm going to read you just an excerpt from here. And again, this memorandum, I'm going to put a link to it into the description of this video, and you can check it out for yourself if you have time. It's 80 pages long. I previously read it like last year or 2 years ago, and I can tell you that there's a lot of very, very important information for us in the West to understand. But here goes. The process of settlement is a civilization jihadist process. This is the Muslim Brotherhood telling this to their people. With all the word means, the Muslim Brotherhood must understand that their work in America is a kind of grand jihad in eliminating and destroying the Western civilization from within and sabotaging its miserable house by their hands and the hands of the believers, so that it is eliminated and God's religion is made victorious over all other religions. So this is the explanatory memorandum where the Muslim Brotherhood is giving marching orders to Muslims across the world, and mostly the Muslims in the West, to destroy it from within. So when you think about the Islamic Party of Ontario, these guys fit right into that memorandum agenda. They're trying to destroy us, and I'm going to tell you why. That you don't have to understand anything about the Islamic doctrine. The only thing that you have to know about the Islamic Party of Ontario and Islam in general, in order to understand why this does not fit within Canada, is that this is a party that wants to put together religion and politics. There is no distinction under Islam and under the Sharia for religion to be separate from politics. For us in the West, and this is a Western civilization concept and implementation, is the fact that we have separated church and state. So that has allowed us to have multiple religions that all coexist within a society without having civil wars, and because we all come together under the banner of law, under the culture of that country. So we all, like, some people are atheists, some people are Christians, some people are Jews, but we all celebrate maple syrup and go to cabane à sucre, what is that called? A maple shack in March of every year in Canada, right? That's just the thing we do. The people out east, they have the whole eating fish and all that stuff, the fishermen and all that out east. The same thing out west. And then in the prairie provinces, they're super proud of their oil production, and they should be. My God. So anyways, in Canada, depending on where you are, there's a specific cultural thing that we all come under and participate in, and we all are subjected to the same law that we understand. This is how it works in Canada. We have separated church and state, and this is how the US has done it, and all of the successful countries in the world who are now producing things that are not based on oil only, that's you, Saudi Arabia, we are all able to produce a large amount of consumable goods that help human life and medicine and all that, that countries that have not gotten there yet aren't able to do. So, this is why it's important for you. Do not vote for the Islamic Party of Ontario. It might be new and all that, but it's the groundwork for all these new people coming over, and we cannot allow this party to grow. So I hope that you just learn about it. If you hear about any more videos that I haven't covered in here that are talking about the Islamic Party of Ontario, feel free to post them in the comment section for everybody else to see. The more people we can get on board with this and get them to understand what the problem is, how it's completely incompatible with the values of Canadian society, the more, the better. It's going to be better for us as Canadians that we can understand this. And even Muslim Canadians should not be voting for the Islamic Party of Canada. So anyways, watch as many videos as you can on this topic from all of the content creators that I've posted in here. And as always, let me know what you think. I've noticed in the last few videos there's no more hatred from Muslims, so I must be saying something that they agree with or they can't refute. I don't know. I don't know why the Muslims aren't attacking me anymore, and I'm a little bit bewildered by that whole concept. So anyways, enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one.